So I'm an absolute complete fucking idiot and recorded a reaction video for this week's Pretty Little Liars, but for some reason it didn't record. And so I guess in lieu of that, I'm going to rant about the things that bothered me or that were like really stood out in the episode to me. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go by liar, if you will, and I will start with Hannah. Like, poor Hannah getting cattle prodded, like being stripped down. That was so traumatic for her. I really hope, like, if she hasn't gone to therapy in these last 5 years, which all of them should have, first of all, and it doesn't sound like they have, they've just repressed it all, she needs to go to therapy now. Like, talk about it, because you're gonna explode. You've already exploded and ruined your engagement, and now she's internalizing all of that and bought a $40 fake engagement ring to try and fool everyone and keep up appearances. I just, like, she's gonna have a meltdown. She just is, I know it. Okay. Spencer and Caleb. I am so mad about them getting together, because it just, like, young girls need to know that, or young people need to know that boys and girls can be friends. Like, their friendship was so awesome. Why can't they just be friends? They hung out in Madrid. They saw each other in DC. Like, just let them be friends. Why do they have to get together? I'm so mad about that. I'm just so mad about it. And Aria not wearing gloves. She went into the dude's house, didn't wear gloves. These girls should have, like, their purses are big enough to carry entire packs of gloves. Why aren't they wearing gloves? And I was screaming at her the entire time when she went over to look at that piece of paper. I was just screaming. I was like, put the key back, put the key back, put the key back. She puts the goddamn key back in the wrong fucking light fixture. I swear. It's been 7 years, and these girls have not learned a fucking thing. Okay, Allie and Elliot. First of all, Elliot should not be Allie's doctor. Is Rosewood in its own, like, little bubble that they just don't follow standard operating procedures of any other, like, medical place? And that fight scene between them, oh my gosh, that was so intense. And that fucking face mask that he put on her, why did he put that on her? She wasn't biting him. She's not, like, Hannibal Lectering anyone. That was so stupid. And this doctor, I don't know, was it Friedman or Friedstein or whatever? How does he not know? He's like, what? He seems to be like the head of the hospital. How does he not know that Dr. Rollins is treating a patient? Like, get your shit together, dude. But then again, you have to tell yourself, this is fucking Rosewood. It's like, just accept the fact that they're incompetent. Okay. Also, how did Allie get a hold of, if Allie is the one that dropped the pin, how did she get a hold of Elliot's phone without him noticing? Again, questions that will never be answered, that make no sense. It's just out there. Okay. Now, the moment everyone's been waiting for, Emily. I was so surprised and upset when Sabrina turned her down. I was like, no one turns Emily Fields down. With her unicorn hair and her, like, flawless beauty. No one turns Emily Fields down. to a little while later, which, first of all, let's take a moment to appreciate Emily Fields in suspenders, which no one knew we needed, but turns out we did. And turns out Sabrina is a lesbian, which, first of all, why was she kissing her ex? Like, if it's not her ex, why is she kissing her? It was weird. Can we talk about, like, the serious game that TV lesbians have? Like, between Emily just getting every girl she goes after eventually, right? Like, yeah, maybe Sabrina took a little while, but she eventually got her. And Officer Nicole Hott, like, she just, I mean, listen, this is a Pretty Little Liars video. Don't get me started on Officer Hott. I have, like, if you follow me, just don't get me started on Catherine Burrell and Officer Hott. My point is that TV lesbians have, like, first of all, massive game. Second of all, have great gaydar. Like, I wish I could learn from that and understand how they have such great gaydar, because my gaydar sucks. And there seems to be, like, it's just, we can learn a lot, kids. It's about the confidence. Emily goes back in there and she is like, listen, Sabrina, I like you. I think you like me too, which, like, that's just something that she has, and I wish I had. It would make life a lot easier for everyone. And so I guess, like, the major lesson I've learned here is just be confident, be forward, just go for it, and worst comes to worst, you get rejected, which sucks, unless you're a TV lesbian, in which case you'll get the girl. However, there's a very high possibility you will die, so I don't know, maybe it's not worth it. But Emily also is very, has really, like, broken out of her shell this season. Like, she's stealing stuff from Spencer, and she's like, listen, I'm gonna go to Toby, you bitches aren't doing anything, I'm fucking out of here, I'm gonna solve this shit. It's awesome. However, it is because she's in love with Allie, which I'm not an Emerson shipper. I'm just not. I'm Paley all the way. Shit on me in the comments. I don't give a fuck. And so I think that's why she's going crazy. Also, they're taking Allie's confession like it's real. Like, they're like, oh my god, she confessed it. It was ambiguous. It was vague. She was drugged up. Like, take that shit with a grain of salt, ladies. I can't. Okay. So, in conclusion, smart things the liars did. They, were like, called bullshit on Officer Friedstein, or Friedman, or whatever the hell his name is. And they figured out Elliot was in it. Or that Elliot was the bad guy. Which was, like, in one episode. Like, it was amazing. I was like, yes, go! You figured it out. No! Just go to the cops. Don't bury him. Why have you learned nothing in 7 seasons? But here's the real question. How did Elliot get Wilden's face? Get a mold of Wilden's face, because Wilden's been dead for, like, a few seasons. Like, he's rotting in the ground. So, very confused as to how that happened. Also, I will laugh so hard and not be surprised if Toby doesn't get that Rollins is not really Rollins, that he stole someone's identity. Because Toby is a Rosewood police officer, and that's just how it goes. So, hopefully next week I won't be a fucking idiot and I'll press record and have an actual reaction video. Unless you like this kind of video better, let me know. Yeah. Pretty Little Liars. What?